So what is the next step, I hear you cry? You are crying, aren't you? Probably tears. Right, well, I was thinking of doing this, but to be honest with you, I am going to be doing this one next, I think. Purely simply because while it's a lump, all triangulated, it's far sturdier. So I'm going to drill this hole. I can then mount it on the rotary table, like so, and do this end. Then I will look at doing the rest of the machining. But yes, I think that's the next step. Although not necessarily, doesn't have to be, does it? This is what an experienced engineer will be able to go, oh yeah, you should be doing it this way. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to do that hole next. I think that's the next task, is do that. Right, bring you back when I've worked out some sort of setup. Well, this is the drawing I did via CAD, and you can see I've got an angle of, where are we there, 136.7. Now I worked that out purely and simply by, and I'll show you this anyway, purely and simply by importing a photograph. I knew the overall dimension from end to end, so what I'd done is, in the CAD software, I'd put a box in of the height, known height, and the known width, and the picture I just zoomed in and out until it fitted in those boxes as tight as I could get. From there, all the calculations and measurements were done via that, and I've just come to measure this angle, and I've done it with my digital angle finder, and 137.5 degrees. So from 136.7, that's what I've measured it off at. Now I'm bloody well pleased with that, because I was unsure how accurate taking measurements like that would be from a picture, and pretty much they're spot on. I mean, we're only talking about this angle anyway, so it's a bit we're only talking about this angle anyway, so it's, to the eye, best it looks. But anyway, from that I can work out an angle dangle when I put it in the jaws here. Okay, so my setup, basically, in the vise, you can just about see the vise here, and I've set it at the correct angle. Well, I say the correct angle, so basically I've just angled this, because this is the bottom of it, and I've used my angle gauge on the top of the vise and lined that up. As I say, it's not mega crucial, but I'd like to get it as close as I damn well can, and I figured that was probably the easiest way to do it on the test piece. So when I come to do this, a lot of this work, I think I'll probably have a jig made up, so I can just do one operation after another repetitively. When I say repetitively, there's 8, not that repetitive. So I've got 1" end mill, and I'm going to use this one as well to do the machining when I scallop this out. But for now, I'm just going to level this here, and what I'm going to do is, I've got measurement between the top of this hole and the platform, which is 5.2 mil. So I'm just going to skim that down to get that measurement. Bloody hell! I forgot to start the video camera. Oh dear. Right, well, what you didn't see me do, and you probably will do when I come to make the real thing, is I've just decked this off 5.2mm between the top of this hole and there. So this is what I was doing, cutting this flat here, and it doesn't look it, but it is actually flat across there. 5.2 from the top of this hole to the top of this platform area, and give or take, that curve here finishes just in line with that. So that cut there is dead upright with that. So I'm hoping that when I use this end mill to cut this, that curve should end up just about there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So, next thing. It doesn't look right to me, but it must be. But then I do know actually this top end protruded above this because this block is a little bit too small. But as a test, it's fine. So now I've got to calculate this hole in relation to where I'm going to be drilling it. And here we are. The crudeness of this test continues. Now I've just had a quick look, and this inch circle here, the edge lines up pretty much with the centre of that. Now again, again, for the test purposes of this, that should be accurate enough. Until I can work out a best way of jigging this and knowing that I've got the correct angle. But for now, by eye is there we are. So that's the centre there. So pull out this mill again, and next thing we drill that hole. Right, I need a 6.8mm to tap that out with really, but I've got a 6.5, it's as close as I've got. And it's going to have to do. I'm not going to bother touching it, I'm just going to go straight in with this. Right, that's that, and I think I might put the taper in now as well, although the taper's going to go over the edge of this, but we know this already. I don't think it's got a very square cut on that one. So that's about roughly where I want it anyway. So I won't be using that one again. No, actually want it a bit deeper. That'll do. So before I carry on with trying to work out this radius bit and how to do it, I thought I'd first of all machine. Let me show you. I thought I'd machine this flat in. Now you can see on this one, if I can get it right in front of the camera. You can see actually this one's pissed as a fart, and I'm hoping mine won't be, and I'm pretty sure it's not, because my hole has come out the centre of my block there at least, so mine should be a bit more central. But I'm machining this flat area here, so I've got an end mill that's just about the right size, close enough, and obviously there's my scribed line, so I know where it is. That is the point I'm machining down to. Again, I'm doing it by eye. I probably have got a measurement, but I think for the point of this it's going to be close enough. But I think I've realistically got to do this before I start machining this curve here. Now, at the moment, the end mill is directly above that hole, and therefore that's my stop point. So I'm going to be going into the block this way, and I'll be finishing up bang in line with that hole. And I've got the camera at, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a photograph of where my camera is. So as you can see, my camera's just slightly above, it's about 45 degrees, give or take, down to it. I'm trying to give you an operator's perspective, as it were, and I can see underneath the camera, as well as using the screen to see the angle and angle that you're seeing. So anyway, let's get machining. So a quick mention before I machine this, I set the angle simply as putting the drill that had gone through this, I put back in the chuck and used it to line this up. So that hole is vertical. Just thought I'd say that before I start. Roughly down to the top of that arc, give or take, because I don't need that material. Right, hopefully that works out about right. So I'm going to get this out and get it cleaned up. Now, I'm at the moment in the middle of doing this project, so which video is going to come out first, I don't know. These are the parts for the Morris. I'm going to want to index these in the middle here to do the chamfer here and possibly this one here, but we'll see. And we're going to have to see now how I can make the most of these to get that curve cut. So that's the next little step, trying to work it out the best way I can. I think I'm probably going to mount the fixture plate on. I can still probably use a centre bolt here to fix that. We'll have to see.